we moved to the cohort 4, and then we are now in the cohort 5. Interestingly, the cohort 1 and the cohort 2 covered the data analytics track. The cohort 3 and 4 covered the data science learning track. And this cohort 5, it's for everyone. I mean, everyone who is not even a data analyst or you're not even a data scientist, but you are interested in automating things, you are interested in making your manual routine to be automated. So this particular quote is dedicated to us all. Good morning, everyone. So I'll just be going through the chat quickly to see who we have here in the room. It's a full room this morning. It's a full room this morning. I can see a lot of. Okay, yeah. So yes, you can hear me. Good morning, Ahmed Olariwaju. Good morning, Axan. Good morning, Bob. Good morning, Moses. Good morning, John. Good morning, Enoch Oluwumi. Good morning, Mufta. Mufa say yes, we can hear you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Good morning, everyone. It's a pleasure having you here, and this is a very good time to kickstart our cohort 5. So very quickly, for the sake of the people that are just joining this program, yeah, welcome again to the DSN Microsoft Free Eye classes in every city, cohort 5. And like I said, this session has started for a while now. We started in the first week of July with the data analytics with Excel. Then we'll move to the data analysis with Power BI in the second cohort, then machine learning with Python. In the cohort 3 and the cohort 4 was machine learning with Azure. It's been an intensive learning, and you can see these are pictures from the previous cohorts. As you all know, we are actually running 3 mode of deliveries for this program. Yes, you heard me right. We are running 3 mode of deliveries. We have the physical learning centers where you can always go if you want to have a physical feel of the class. And then you can always also connect with us virtually on Zoom like this every week. Yes, so we'll be running the virtual sessions every week, and we even streamline it to YouTube because we believe that the Zoom capacity will not even be able to take everybody. So we also stream to YouTube. If you are not able to join here, you can always make sure that you check the DSN YouTube channel. And we have the third mode of delivery, which we call the self-paced learning. So the self-paced learning, we believe in our community. We have different people. We have different. So in the community, which I'll be speaking to soon, we have different segments. We have different categories of people in the community. We have the professionals. We have the undergraduates. We have the graduates. So for the professionals, we believe that they might be in their workplace at the time that we're having classes. And it's also good for them to upskill. So that is the reason why we created a self-paced learning such that you can always learn at your own pace. So we are running 3 mode of delivery for this program. But for this particular cohort 5, we are streamlining our mode of delivery into just two, the virtual and then the self-paced. So before we start the class, before we move to the app development with Microsoft Power Apps proper, it is very good to let you know who is organizing this program. And so in the next few minutes, I will be telling us about DSN very quickly, very quickly. So at DSN, we have the commitment to raise 1 billion AI talent and build AI solutions that improve the quality of life and well-being of 2 billion people in the emerging market. At DSN, we have some pillars that actually, we have pillars which we are built on, and number one is the community. So we are known as the leader in artificial intelligence, knowledge democratization, because we've built our credibility across Africa. We've even expanded outside the country. We are the foremost learning and research ecosystem, and we are growing globally. This is a picture that shows our global footprint. You can see we have our community in UK, we have community in Nigeria, we have community in Morocco, we have community in Uganda, we have community in Ethiopia, we have community everywhere. And in Nigeria itself, we have community in the 36 states of the country. Yes, we have community in the 36 states of the country. So this is the first artificial intelligence and Python book, which was written by our founder, Dr. Olubayo Adekambi, because there's a need to include everybody in the learning. Like I said, we have different category of people in the community. So there's a need to also make sure that the kids and teens are not excluded. So this is a book simplified written in animation form for them to learn. And then we have a dedicated We have a dedicated community for our females, which we call the ladies in AI. My colleague will be dropping some of this link in the chat so that you can join some of this community. So this is the ladies in AI, the community that caters for our females. And so this is one of the sessions that we have for the ladies in AI by our awesome facilitator, Santa Kamat. She came to Nigeria to facilitate this session at the DSN AI Hub. And then we can see this is a program that we're currently partnering with Google.org on. This is a program that we launched in Kaduna State called the Arewa Ladies for Tech program. This is a program that is running in 4 dedicated hubs in Kaduna State, dedicated for the females only. So we're very heavy or make sure that our females are included in everything. This is more pictures with the Minister of Digital Economy, Dr. Bosun Tijani. Yeah, so some of us may not even know this is not our first year of starting the free classes. This program has actually started for a while now, I mean for years. So if this is your first time joining this program, I would say you are lucky, but some people have actually participating for a while. So we run this particular program called Free Eye Classes in partnership with Microsoft. As you can see, these are pictures from the recent Free Eye Classes in every city. These are more pictures, and these are more pictures. Yes, so like I said, we have pillars that holds us at DSN. One is community, and then the number two is research. We are very heavy on research. This is our participation at the Deep Learning Daba Conference in Ghana, which had last year. You can see our community members taking pictures with us. And then, like I said, we have a very expanded community. We have a very vast community, and there was a need for us to also make sure that we create a bespoke learning for our Francophone community. So this is a picture of one of the events that we had for our Francophone community. This is a picture from one of our Francophone community called the DSM Marathi. It's been an awesome year growing out of Nigeria even to the Francophone community for DSA. And then we hosted an 8-week masterclass last year on generative AI for educators. Like I told you, we have the first segment in the community, and we have a community for the professionals, the teachers. This is a program that we ran an 8-week masterclass for the educators. And this year, we're even doing something similar called the data analysis for educators. They've been learning how to use Microsoft Excel to optimize their delivery in the class. These are snapshots from all of the project that they did. As you can see, yeah, so I mentioned, I stated that we have some pillars and photos at DSN, and I mentioned two already, which is the community, and then the second one is research. The third one is partnership. At DSN, we are very heavy on partnership. This is our partnership with NADO, the Nigerian Diaspora. Only partner with them to train over 200 youth in just Plateau last year on machine learning with Python and apps development. So we have a vast community. Some of us would have been on the Telegram group already. The Telegram group houses over 10,000 members of our community. In fact, we are close to getting to 15,000 now. So there's a need for us to keep engaging our community members, and that's the reason why we organize an event called the Telegram Hour, which allows us to interact with our community members. So we'll do this randomly, where we bring expert facilitators to share knowledge on the DSN Telegram group. And yeah, so some of us would have been hearing already about the DSN AI Bootcamp. This is an annual event that we do every year. It is an annual all expense paid program that we do at DSN, where we bring in the best of the best talents. So we bring the best of the best talents across Nigeria and even outside of Nigeria. For a 5 days, we house them, we accommodate them, and we expose them to the emerging trend in AI. We teach them the concept of artificial intelligence, talk of geospatial, talk of NLP, talk of machine learning, talk of research. We expose them to trending, emerging trends. And like I said, this year also it's not going to be left out. And the journey has even started with the free AI classes. So I need to even tell you that if you are part of this training now, you are very lucky because the journey always starts from the free air classes. It moves to the 30 days pre-learning bootcamp, and then it ends at the DSN here bootcamp. So if you are here today, you also have a chance. I mean, you stand a chance of actually participating in this year AI bootcamp. These are more pictures from the last year DSNAI bootcamp. You can see on my right side, these are list of speakers that will bring in over 30 of them from different parts of the world just to share knowledge. Yes, we are very heavy on sharing knowledge at DSN, and you can see it is evident. So these are more pictures. It's not only about learning. We also make sure that we recognize what people are doing. So we have award for Best Poster Award. We have award for Mr. Algorithm. We have award for Miss Algorithm. All this happens at the boot camp, and I'm very sure that you also like to be a part of this. So, yeah, and another thing that we do at DSN, I've talked about the community, I've talked about the research, and I've talked about our partnership. So, like I said, the research, we are very heavy on research, and these are some of the recognitions that we've received based on what we're doing at DSN. If you've been part of this call, I mean, since the beginning, you would have seen a video on this. We won the Art of Technology 5.0 Excellence Award in the category of AI and ML. Our work has been mentioned many times, several times in academic paper. And then this is our participation at the Deep Learning in Daba X Nigeria. So we have the Deep Learning in Daba, which happens in Africa, and we have the localized in Daba, which happens inside Nigeria. This is the one that happened at Thomas Adewumi University, Kwara State. This was last year. And this year again, it happened in Abuja. Yes, we also there were present because this is what we do at DSN. And we hosted our first startup. The DSN here hosted the first geospatial AI workshop at the Deep Learning Daba conference. This was also last year. It was an exciting time. It was an exciting moment for us. And yeah, so like I said, we'll do a lot in partnership, and this is a partnership with Google.org, where our Neutrina team gives some of our members an internship placement. Yeah, so we do this every year. We make sure that we expose our community members to internship opportunities. Yeah, so this is another thing. This is another collaboration of ours with Microsoft. We are leading the responsible AI narrative in Nigeria. We believe that it's not just about building model, it's not just about talking about artificial intelligence. There's a need to also talk about the biases. There's a need to talk about the transparency. There's a need to talk about the ethical part of AI. So this is why we've been leading the narrative on responsible AI in Nigeria. So this is more pictures from our partnership. This is a partnership with Meta, formerly known as Facebook, where we facilitated the geospatial AI workshop in three countries, namely Senegal, Kenya, and Nigeria. Like I told you, we are very heavy on partnership, just like we build our community and we also do our research. Yes, we are very, very keen on partnership. And these are some of the products that we built over the year. We have the right to prescribe in the healthcare sector, which helps you to see what a doctor writes. I mean, you will know that when doctor prescribes something for you, they do it in their own style. I mean, the way they write the prescription for you, it becomes very hard sometimes for you to see. So we provided this product to be able to translate whatever a doctor writes for you to be able to see it clearly. And then we have Macro Tutor, we serve our schools and parents. Do you want a personalized coding instructor in your school, or do you want a personalized coding instructor for your children at home? And always go on Marco Tutor to book a tutor. And then we have Spot On, which serves our geospatial market. Yes, we have Spot On, which serves our geospatial market. And then we also have Data Fluency. This is another product that helps you to get in-depth knowledge on the data that your company is churning out. And yeah, we have our DSN dedicated AI research hub in Yaba, Lagos, number 33 Queen Street. You can see our training room, and then that's our robotics lab. So if you have anything, talk of tech events, talk of bespoke training, and you would like to use a training facility, you can always reach out to us at TSN to book a space. And yeah, so you can always reach out to us to book a space. Yeah, so coming back to what we've been talking about community, let me confirm again if you are all still with me. Please confirm again in the chat room if you are still with me and you can still see my screen. Thank you so much, Linda. She said yes. Thank you so much, Aisha. Thank you so much, Blessed. Yeah. So I was talking about our community that we are very heavy on community, and it's not only about having community. We are very keen on making sure that our community members are getting the best of the best in terms of learning. So this is an annual calendar that we have that runs through the year from January to December, such that as a community member, you are exposed to what is trending in the tech market. And then we upskill you, and then we also put you on the pedestal for an internship opportunity. So you can see currently we are in the month of July, and if you can see on the row 4, you will see the AI bootcamp free AI classes, and that is what we are currently doing. So we have this calendar that shows what we are doing at every instance of the year. So my colleague will be dropping some of the links so that you can have this handy to know what we are doing at DSN at every time. And yeah, so this is the QR code to the annual learning calendar. So I'll be leaving this for the next 10 seconds so that you can quickly do a scan, and you can have the link to the 2024 annual calendar. Okay, so yeah, thank you so much, everyone. It's been a pleasure having you on here for the last 30 minutes, and this is the time to move into the business of the day. Welcome back to the free classes in every city, cohort 5. Yes, so I keep repeating that this is cohort 5 because it is actually the cohort 5. It is actually the cohort 5 of our learning. We started from the very first week of July, and this is the fifth week of our learning. And from next week again, we are going to be starting the learnings again from the beginning, starting with Microsoft Excel with data analytics. So if you feel there is anyone, I mean, I can actually say that some of us here have been participating in this program from the first cohort. I know some people on this call already who have been participating from the first cohort, and it's a pleasure having you here to keep learning. So, like I said, this particular cohort is for everyone that would like to automate their business processes as an individual. Do you hate manual routines? Yeah, sending mails here and there every time, or creating an attendance form, creating a link form, but you want all those processes to be automated. So this is what we're going to be learning for the next 5 days: how to use Microsoft tools to automate a lot of your work, and also build a bespoke train and have build bespoke hub. So that's what we're going to be doing. And like I said, so starting from next week again, we start from data analytics with Microsoft Excel, we'll move to Power BI, we'll move to machine learning with Python, we move to machine learning with Azure, and we end it again with uh, Power Apps development with Microsoft Power Apps in the first week of September. Yeah, in the first week of September. And I'm also excited to inform you that the free air classes hackathon for the data science learning track and the project participation for the data analysis track will be kickstarting today. Yeah, some of us have been asking, oh, where's my certificate? I've been participating from the first. I've been signing attendance. I've been screaming attendance in the chat room. Yeah, but so where's my certificate? Yeah, so we're excited to inform you that your certificate is now 50% ready. And 50% ready in the sense that your attendance takes 50%, while you participating in the hackathon and project participation takes the other 50%. So the project participation for everyone that has done something like data analytics with Excel or data analytics with Power BI is going to be released today. And hackathon, for those that have participated in the machine learning and data science with Python and machine learning with Azure, so you are going to be participating in the data science learning track, which is the hackathon. And if you feel you want more certificates, you'll be participating from the cohort one, you can attempt all the projects. I mean, you can participate in the hackathon and you can also participate in the project participation. Yeah, it's a very good one that we welcome, because we know that some people have actually been coming every week. So somebody is asking, so let me quickly go through the chat before we'll move to the business of the day. Somebody is asking, please, about the practice exercise link you want to share. Oh, that's Abdulatif. I think I can even remember this particular question in the Telegram group. Thank you so much, Abdulatif, for the reminder. We are going to be sharing that soon. We are going to be sharing that soon. Thank you so much. So if you are ready, to move into the apps development with Microsoft Power App. Let me see your reactions in the chat. Let me see your reactions in the chat. Let me see your excitement. Let me see your excitement. Let me see your excitement. So somebody is asking, what about those that just joined? Yes, you are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. So we have our recording of the previous quotes in the in on our DSN YouTube channel. So if you missed the previous quote, and you feel you can still catch up, because I know some people are very determined. So if you feel you can still catch up, you can go on our DSN YouTube channel to watch the previous quotes. The videos are listed. You will just click on the latest on the DSN AI YouTube channel. You will see all the previous quotes. So Amarachi is asking, please, how can we get free M365 tenant to access Power App? Yeah, so this is actually a sad one because Microsoft just stopped giving this particular license to people. So there's a particular developer account called the M365, but Microsoft just stopped giving it to people. So it has now become pretty hard for people to just create that developer account. Yeah, so I can see a lot of excitement in the chat. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Hem. And thank you, Hino. Thank you, Bo. Yeah, we're already. So let's move to the class. And interestingly, I will also be the one to take you today on the Microsoft Power Apps. Yeah, I will be the one to take you on the Microsoft Power Apps today. So it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time. I can assure you. And assure you, it's going to be an exciting time. It's going to be an exciting time. So let me continue see our reactions in the chat. Let me see how ready we are. Let me see how ready we are. Let me see how ready we are. Thank you so much, Fioluwako. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome time learning. It's going to be. M said ready. Yes, we are ready. Can't wait. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much, everyone. Welcome to the DSM Microsoft Software Classes 2024. Cohort 5 app development with Power Apps. So there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn. And I will encourage everyone to pay keen attention to all what I'm going to be saying. There's a lot to learn. And um, it's also even in the 5 days, there's a lot to learn and we'll have a lot to cover in just 5 days. Well, we're going to see how far we can go. And one thing about learning Power Apps is the learning does not even end. Yeah, the learning does not even end. Once you learn something today, before you come back tomorrow, Microsoft would have decided to make sure, oh, I can now upgrade. How can I make sure that this feature better serves my people, my user? And that's one thing about dealing with Power Apps or dealing with all Microsoft services. By the time you come to Power BI interface, maybe in the month of um, August or month of September, you would have seen another newly added features and you'll be wondering, oh, when did Microsoft add this one again? You will be wondering, you'll be surprised. So this is one thing with Microsoft, and that's why you need to keep learning. You need to keep updating what you are doing because Microsoft upgrades their services every time just to make sure that you as a user enjoy. So today we are going to be getting started with what we call the Power Platform. Yeah, we're going to be getting started with Power Platform before we now dive into the Power Apps itself. And yeah, so what is Power Platform? If you've heard about Power Platform before, let me see your yes in the chat. And if you've not heard about it before, let me see your no's. I want to see how many of us knows about Power Platform. Oh, Lenovo said no. Wow, Michael said no. Don't say yes. Rita said yes. Gori said yes. No. Wow. Enoch said yes, but no. Interesting. Destiny said yes. I've heard of Power Platform. Interesting. Yeah. So no problem at all. All of us here in this class are beginners, even myself. Even myself, I'm still a beginner. So we're going to be teaching each other. And it's going to be an exciting time. So let me introduce us to Microsoft Power Platform. And I need to make mention that Microsoft does not even get their kudos enough. I mean, they don't really get enough kudos from what they are doing. I got to know that Microsoft actually creates services and tools that will serve like almost all purpose that you want to do as a business owner, as an individual. They have a particular service or a particular tool that can actually cater for it. And by the time I stop sharing this screen, I'm going to be showing us what I just talked about. So Microsoft Power Platform 2, it's like a big container that houses different things. It houses the Power BI, it houses the Power Apps, it houses the Power Automate, and then it houses the Power Virtual Agent. So these are like the four, we call them the Power Ps. Yeah, we call them the four Power Ps. So Microsoft Power Platform is like an encompassing name for the Power BI, Power Apps, Power Automate, and Power Virtual Agent. And when we're talking about Power BI, we are talking about a platform where you can do your data analysis, you can do your data visualization, and you can do your data storytelling. In the core two of this program, which was Data Analytics with Power BI, we had an exciting time uh, learning about Power BI. I could remember our facilitator, Hawak. Yeah, she did a lot of explanation on how to go about Power BI. It was a very fantastic quote. And when we talk about Power Apps, then you are talking about creating an application. I mean, real application that you can actually use, just like the ones that you download on Play Store. You can create applications that can work for you as a business owner. And yeah, so you get to see all your buttons, you get to move from one home page to another, you get to move, you get to rate, you get to do everything with Power Apps. And then we have the Power Automate, which is like the engine of the Power Platform tools. The Power Automate is everything you need to know about automation. Or do you want to schedule mail? Do you want to get reminder at a particular time? Do you want to do- talk of anything that you want to automate? Every manual process. Do you want to create an attendance form that will start sending mails to everybody? Do you want to make people to generate certificates automatically? Do you want to create tasks? All those things that what Power Automate can do for you. And Power Automate do serves like the back end of the Power Platform too. Or we can even say it's the brain of the Power Platform too. And then we have the Power Virtual Agent, which is now called the Copilot. Yes, so Power Virtual Agent has evolved over the years to what we now call the Copilot. And the Copilot is also embedded in all of these three platforms that we are seeing. The Power BI, Power Apps, the Power Automate, Power Virtual Agent is embedded into the three of them. So you may not even you so when we're talking about Power Virtual Network, so we're talking about the chatbot. You are talking about the chat GPT of OpenAI. That's what Power Virtual Agent implies. So I'll be going through my chat just to make sure that I do not miss anything. So Akinyemi is saying, will I share the slide? No, Akinyemi, I may not be able to share. I may not be able to share my slide, but the recording of this session will be available on our DSL YouTube channel as usual. So you can always watch if you miss any part. But I'm not even going to be using much of my slide. I just want to show us the introduction to Power Platform to tell us all those things, and then we move to the practical aspect. So we inside the Power Platform also, apart from those four things, we also have what we call the data connectors. We have what we call the AI builder, and we have what we call the data verse. These are also three essentials in the Power Platform tools. So all those things are connected. And what do we mean by connected? Power BI is connected to Power Apps. Power Apps is connected to Power Automate, and Power Automate is connected to Power Virtual Agent, which is now Copilot. So Power BI is connected to Power Apps, Power Apps is connected to Power Automate, Power Automate is connected to Copilot. And you can even see Power Apps is connected to Power Automate and then connected to Copilot. Everything is linked. Inside Power BI, you can use your Power Automate. Inside your Power Apps, you can use your Copilot. And then we have the three essentials, like I said, our data connectors, the AI builder, and the data bus. So moving on, now that we all know what the Power Platform tools are, the Power BI, which we use for visualization, the Power Apps, which is for our what we call the user interface and the user experience, the UI UX of Power Platform tools. That is the Power Apps, and then the Power Automate is like the engine, the brain, and then the Power Virtual Agent, which is not the Copilot, is like our chatbot. So we have what we call data sources, and you would have been hearing data sources. I mean, the word actually revolves around data. When you look at this thing deeply, I do not think there's anything you can do in this life without data, and that's why data analytics or data science are like the top courses out there which you can learn. I mean, talk of AI itself, talk of artificial intelligence itself. There's a need for you to play around with data before you start learning AI because your AI itself learns from data. So data is just like it's just someone used to call data the oil. So data is actually an oil. You cannot do away without. You cannot do without it. Data is just there. So our power apps or our platform tools, they all connect to data sources, and we have different types of data sources. We have the Microsoft Dataverse, we have the SQL Server, we have the SharePoint list, we have the custom data sources, and we even have the Microsoft Excel. If you remember during the Power BI class also, we talked about the different data sources that you can get on Power BI. You can link to SQL, you can link to a website. Yes, you can tap data directly from the website using Power BI. Same thing with Power Apps. You can connect to your Dataverse, you can connect to your Excel, you can connect to your SharePoint list, and then you can even get your custom data sources. So let me see what I have next. Yeah, so that will be all for now on my slide. And then we are going to be moving on to the practical aspect of this class. So just a minute while I bring up my slides again. Hey, yes, so this is how we are going to be learning. But we may not even be following this keenly. I mean, we may not be following this keenly, but this is everything that we are going to touch in this class. For the day one, we have getting started with Power Apps, explore Power Apps, use different technologies, build an app in Power Apps. So this is the link to the self-paced learning. My colleague will be dropping the link in the chat room for everyone to have handy. And the good part is you can also click on the link to start learning ahead. Yeah, learning ahead in the sense that you can play around with these learning resources such that you just come to class to refresh your memory because we are going to be covering all this and we are even going to be adding other things. So all those things are what we are going to be covering. Talk of the how to change layout of a gallery, talk of how to understand the basics of building the UI through themes, icons, control customization. So we're going to be dwelling on the Power Apps proper. We're going to build an app in this class. We are going to build like two or three apps. Yeah, if time permits, we should be able to build app. And we're also going to play with Automate. We're also going to play with Power Automate. And I will also show us how to link Power BI to our Power App. So there's a way you can even generate your happy. Okay, I think I should even show us that in this class so that you will just have a feel of how that works. You will see how you can generate your Power BI report straight from your SharePoint list, and the SharePoint list is linked to your Power Apps. So these are different things that you can do with Power Platform. And yeah, so like I said, we are going to be covering all this, and we are going to be creating apps, bespoke apps that will work for your business and can even work for you as an individual. So this link will be shared in the chat room, like I said, so that you can all have it handy. And so I'll be moving to another screen now. I'm so sorry I had to be moving from one screen to another. It's very important that I show us all this. It's very important that I show us all this so that you can properly carry it along. Okay, so please confirm you can see my screen and can anybody tell me in the chat what you can see on my screen? 365, thank you so much. So Apene is asking what app do we need for this class? So if you can access a Microsoft 365 Office account, a Microsoft Office 365 account, then you have everything that you need. Thank you so much, Linda, Microsoft 365. Thank you so much, Destiny, Office 365 application. So there's what we call licenses, Microsoft licenses, and it comes in different package. Some are paid, some are free. But like I said, the developer account, the E3, is it E365 or what do they call it? We call it the Microsoft developer account. It used to come freely before until Microsoft suspended the package. I think that was around May or April. Yeah, they suspended it. So everybody used to create a sandbox account freely so that you can play around, you can build apps. You can build apps. So if you've been into this for a while now, you will definitely have a developer's account. Yes, usual market the class has started. So if you don't have 365, you will just have to keep playing along for now until you can access this 365 account. So majorly, most companies do use this Office 365. I mean, if you are not using Google as a company, then you use Microsoft. And like I said, Microsoft gives you all the services and tools for you to thrive as a business. And I'm going to be showing up that now. You can see this is what we call the Microsoft Teams. Microsoft Teams is used for meeting. It's just like Google, it's just like Google Meet, it's just like Zoom. So we also have the Word, which we're all familiar with the Microsoft Word for your documentation and all. We have the Microsoft Excel for your analytics. We have your PowerPoint for your presentation. You have your Outlook for receiving mails. You have your OneDrive for storing your data. You have your OneNote for jotting. And then if you click on these all apps, you are going to see other interesting apps, other fantastic tools that Microsoft have that you may not even have heard of. We have the bookings, we have the calendar, we have the kingdom, we have the compliance, we have the connections, we have the engage. This is Excel again. We have the forms, we have insight, we have learning, we have list, we have loop, we have OneDrive, we have planner. This is Power Apps. We have people, we have Outlook, Power Pages, PowerPoint, Stream, SharePoint to do a lot of services just to make sure that you as a business owner, you are not moving around anywhere. You are not going to this place to get this app to do this. You are not going to this place to download this app to do this. You are not going here to get this app somewhere. Everything is embedded inside the package for you to be able to use. So as a company, if you are trying to set up a company, the best thing is to key into getting a Microsoft license like this 365. It allows you to play around with your staff. I mean, you'll be able to use all those things. So is there a student package for 365? I doubt that. Oh, so I just opened it. Okay, so somebody is asking how did I get to this page? So let's assume I come to my Chrome like this. I come to my Google Chrome. So all I need to do is just to click on this home, the Outlook. Yeah, so the Outlook. I just need to click on my Outlook and then I can click on where is it again? Apps. So you will see apps here. Once you open your Outlook, I mean that's the first page. Or let me say once you sign in. So this is where you sign in. So this is where you sign in. You can see my name here. You can view your account. This is my Microsoft 365 profile. So once you sign in, then you come to apps here. You click on it and then it brings you here. So that's how I got here. So you have everything you need to function as a company. And that's just that about that. So let me show us what Power Apps looks like. So I'm opening my Power Apps now. Oh, just a minute. I think I closed it again. So this is Microsoft Power Apps, and like I said, Power Apps is like the UI UX of Power Platform tools. This is where you build. This is where you build things, and once you click on create like this, it means that you are ready to start. And then you can create an app. You can create a blank app. So we always create a blank app, or you can even create an app from the. Let me click on the blank app so we'll see. So once you click on blank app, you get the options to create your app from Canvas app, create your app from a Dataverse, or create your app from a Power Page. So you can see our Power Page. So there's even another there's a fifth Power Platform to call the Power Page. I even have it opened here because I'm still going to be showing us also the Power Page. So there's also Power Page, which is like the website. Power BI is the visualization, Power Apps is the applications, the user interface, the Power Virtual Agent is the co-pilot, and then the other one, what Power Pages, which is the website. So you can create your app from a Power Page. You can create your app from Dataverse. So Dataverse is like a data source. It's not even like it's a data source. And then you have the SharePoint also. You have your Excel. You have SQL. Those are different ways that you can actually create your app. So once you click on blank canvas app like this, and then you click on create, then you start building. But I'm not going to be clicking on this yet. because there's a lot I still need to show us around. So another exciting thing about Microsoft is for everything that you want to learn on Microsoft. I mean, everything, there's already a documentation. There's a there's already a documentation. If you go to Microsoft Learn, or even if you come to this Microsoft Power Apps itself, you will see a lot of guides that will help you to do whatever you want to do. YouTube, links to videos, links to resources, a lot. And then when you click on these apps, this is where you get to see the list of applications that you've built. Yeah, this is where you get to see the list of applications that you've built over the years. So you get to see different apps that you've worked on, and then you can launch them. And so we also have the tables. So the tables is just like the data vars. The tables is inside data vars, and this is what you use to generate your hub. We're going to be touching on those things. You can describe your table, create with SharePoint list, create with Excel. So table is just it's just like the table that we have in our Excel. I mean our row and columns. Yeah, it's that same table. So we use tables inside Dataverse to generate your app. And then yeah, so like I said, that our Power Apps is linked to Automate. So this is what we call the flow. I mean the let me say, so it's loading. So the flows is just like the Power Automate flows. It's still loading. So sometimes Power Apps is it's actually heavy in the sense that it needs a lot of internet connection. So this is a flow. So once you generate a Power Automate flow, I'm going to be showing us some of those things, like I said. Once you generate your flow on Power Automate, the flow appears here on your Power Apps. The flow appears here on your Power Apps. I'm going to be showing us I'm going to be showing us how Automate works. I'm going to be showing us how Automate works. And then we have solution. So solution speaks to everything that you've built before, using data vast. So when you build, so we have two types of apps. I don't want to say a lot of things at the same time. I want us to be taking it slowly, one after the other. And let me see if you are still following in the chat room. If you are still following, let me see our yes in the chat. Let me see our yes in the chat if you are following. Thank you, Rita. Thank you, Fatima. Thank you, Enoch. Thank you, Pelumi. Thank you, Akemi. Yes, I think we can move on. So we have two types of apps. We have what we call the model-driven app, and we have what we call the Canvas app. So when we're talking about the Canvas app means you customizing your app by yourself. I mean, you customize the button. Should the button be circle? Should the button be square? Should the button be rectangle? You customize every detail on the app by yourself. But when you are talking about model-driven app, which is the second type of app that you can build, it is automatically generated with your tables. Power App will just generate the app for you once you provide the table, you provide the data for it, it will generate it. But the interface of model-driven apps are not really like Canvas app. They are not really suited. I mean, they are not really always bespoke like you always want it to be because model-driven app are automatically generated. So if you worked before on a model-driven app, you are going to be seeing the list here. But if you worked on Canvas app before, you are going to be seeing the list of your model-driven app and then the list of your Canvas apps here. You can see on this side where I'm hovering on. You can see the side where I'm hovering on. You can see Canvas, then you see model driven. You see Canvas, you see model driven. You see Canvas, you see model driven. So these are the two apps that you can build. And then we have the chatbot. Like I said, Copilot is embedded into Power Apps. So these are chatbots. So these are chatbots that I've linked to my Power Pages, my Power Apps before. And then we have more. Yeah, so these are other things. Talk of AI or talk of chatbot, catalog, cards, choices. These are different things that you can do with your Power Apps. So there's another important thing that I would like to show us, which is what we call the SharePoint. So let me open my SharePoint. So SharePoint is like it's the data sources. Yeah, it's the data source where you get to play around. So to create a SharePoint, you start by creating your site. So you click on create a site. You can see on this my left hand side, you will see something like Haji Bukumi, Ajiola. You will see Bukumi, Ajiola, Ajiola there. So these are what we call sites, SharePoint site. So to create a site, all you need to do is to click here and then you pick team site and community. So you can pick from team site and communication site. Communication site is better than team site because team site is kind of it's stricter. Yeah, it's for maybe you want to create an app for let's say 5 or 10 people. Yeah, so you use a team site because it's always meant for a team who are working collaboration. You can see team site, create a private space to collaborate with your team. But when you are talking about communication sites, you can share to everybody. I mean, if you want to create an app that just 5 or 10 people or internal people can use the app, then you create a team site. But if you want to let even people outside your company to be able to use your app, thousands of people, then you use a communication site. So I always prefer to create a communication site. So once you click on communication site, now so let me say, yeah. So you click on the blank. So these are different templates of which site. So you click on blank and something that's missing is important. Let me see, use template. Yes, so this is it. You can give your site a name. So let me give this free eye classes. Free eye classes app development. Free eye classes app development cohort. And then you click on next. So you pick English and that is all. So it's creating already. Yeah, so this is your site. So inside your site is where you can now create a SharePoint list. So you start by in your SharePoint, you create a SharePoint site, and then inside your SharePoint site, you can now create your SharePoint list. So let me create one thing we're going to be doing in this class is to create what we call an attendance form. Yeah, it's just a simple thing that we create, just an attendance form. So I want to create a SharePoint list now. All I need to do, so let me go back to take the process again. So I click on my new here in the top left corner, and then I click on list. And then I click so you can create a blank list or you can create from an existing list or you can even create from Excel. So if you are creating from Excel, you would have created that Excel sheet already. I mean the Excel workbook, you would have created it in your desktop and then you just click on from Excel like this, then you import. You can see upload file. So you can upload an Excel file. Once you click on upload like this, it will take you to where you can pick things from your desktop. But because you're not doing this, so I go back, I click on back again. So you can even use CSV. So what two types of format? Not even two types of format. What many format of Excel? But I think the one that is very common is the SLSS and then the CSV. So you can pick from CSV. CSV is actually a bit different from XLSS. I mean the format. So you can pick from CSV or pick from this Excel. So from existing list means that you want to create from an existing list that we have already. You can see these are different lists that we have before, Agiola and GNN. So because we are not picking this also, I'll go back and then creating a blank list. I can say free eye classes, attendance list. Or I can just say free eye classes attendance. Yeah, I can just say free eye classes attendance. Yeah, let's just put it at attendance. It's all good. So you can also write a small description. This is the SharePoint. This is the SharePoint list for free AI classes attendance. So what SharePoint does is that this is where you dump your data. So you click on create. This is where you dump your data. So once you create your SharePoint list, it brings you here where you can now start playing around. You can add a column for the name. So if you click on this add column now and then you pick text. So text is just like the data types that we have. We have the text for if you want to write a name or anything. We have the choice, which can give you options. Talk of you want to do yes or no, or you want to have many, you want to create a particular feature that people will be able to select different choices. So you use the choice. We have the date and time. We have the multiple line of text. So multiple line of text allows you to be able to write longer text than just text. And then we have person. This person generates your user profile on the app. And then we have the number, just like the text also. So number takes in number input, while the text takes in text input. We have the yes or no itself. I mean, even apart from choice, we also have the yes or no. And we have the currency, we have hyperlink, we have location, we have image, we have all this in our SharePoint list. So we'll be coming back to this later because we are not going to be working with our SharePoint yet. I just want to show us around SharePoint. And let me see. So if I click on this SharePoint start page now, see how, okay, let me come back here. So why I just dumped my. Okay, yeah. So this is the free classes. So once you click on my site, you get to see the list of all your sites. Yeah, so these are my files. Mhm. Okay, so these are just other stops. So once you click on my site, you get to see your site. So you can always tap it and then it brings you here again. And yeah, so I was talking about. Mhm. So I was talking about how you can get so you can build a app, you can build an app from a SharePoint list. All you need to do is just to click on these three ellipses, and then you click on integrate just over it now. Then we are going to see the Power Apps, the Power Automate and Power BI. Once you click on this Power BI, you can see all apps. You can create an app automatically from a SharePoint list. And also, you can generate a Power BI report from Power BI. And also, you can generate an automate. I mean, you can create an automation for your SharePoint list directly from this SharePoint. You can see create a flow, see your flows, compare your flow, and then for Power BI, visualize the library. So all those things, like I said, all those things are linked. SharePoint is just a data source. We also have the data vast. Let me see if we have any data vast that we can play around with it. Yeah, so this is a data vast. So if you want to create a data vast table, you click on tables here, and then you click on new table. You add your column and data. You add your column and data, and then you build your table. So this is how a data vast looks like. This is how so you create it. We will probably play around. Yeah, we should play around with Dataverse too. We should play around with Dataverse too. We should play around with Dataverse too. Or you can even import also. So like I said, Dataverse is for the model-driven app, while you can say SharePoint list is for the Canvas apps. So that's just the difference. So both of them are data sources, and you can even use SQL also. Different ways that you can use. So this is still loading. Yeah, so choose a data source. You can choose from Excel. So this is still Dataverse. So Dataverse uses it uses tables also. And so let's move to let me see if we've covered everything on SharePoint first. Yeah, so you can also upload into your SharePoint. You can create a folder in your SharePoint. You can add the word, you can create a Word document, you can create an Excel workbook, you can create all this. You can export your SharePoint list to an Excel. I mean, you can download your SharePoint as an Excel file. So let me quickly see in the chat if I have any question. Okay, so there are no question. Yeah, so I want to believe everybody is following. So Yeah, so all those things are what you can do with your SharePoint. And then there's what we call the site access. Let me see. Yeah, so the site access, you get to see the site owners, which is telling you that Angela Bukumi is the full control, the full owner. I mean, the owner of the SharePoint is here. And then you can also see site members, which means that you can also add others to your SharePoint list. And those people will be the only one that will be able to access your SharePoint. And then we have the site visitors, no control. So we do not have anybody. So you can see add users on Micro 365 group to this asset site, to this to access the site. And we have this thing called the settings. So there are some things you can also do in the setting. For instance, when you are working with your date format, your date always comes in is it Pacific time now? Yeah, it comes in Pacific plus one, what do they call it? So there be a need for you to change it to the Nigerian, the UTC West Africa plus one. So you come to your site, which one is it again? Think site information. Yeah, you come to site information and then you will see where to change the date format. So we're going to be coming back to SharePoint because we are going to be creating an app that will be automatically generated from SharePoint, and that will be from tomorrow. So today is just to introduce us to the Power Platform tools and then all the other Power Platform tools. So now we've talked about the SharePoint, which is the data source. We've talked briefly about the data bus, which is for the model driven app. And let's move to, so we'll come back to Power Apps. I mean, I will show us around some apps to see how they look like. So let's move to Power BI itself. So like I said, this is Power BI. So this is a report and then this is a dashboard. So if I open this now, it opens a dashboard that I have created before. And the funny thing is I generated this dashboard from my Power Apps, from my SharePoint list. Yes. So this is I can call it an automatically generated Power BI dashboard. So you get to see all the different things in the dashboard. And I'm going to be showing us the application that actually populated this dashboard. I'm going to be showing us. So this is our dashboard again, just for to refresh our memory. I mean, we've been working with Power BI for a while now, so I don't want to believe that anybody is still a newbie to Power BI. But if you're a newbie, you can join the cohort. So this is cohort 5. Cohort 7 is going to be data analytics with Power BI. So you can put it in your notes now so that you don't miss it. So that will be the next 2 weeks because next week again we are going to be starting with Excel. Yeah, we're going to be starting again with Excel, then we'll move to Power BI. So this is a dashboard. Let me go back, and then this is a report. This is a report. So they're almost similar. They're almost similar. The thing with report is, I think reports are consolidated. Dashboards are consolidated reports. I mean, when you have one or two reports, by the time you add them together, then they all become a dashboard. I think that is it. And yeah, so that is Power BI. And like I said, you can generate your Power BI report directly from your SharePoint list. I'm going to show you some things now so that you will see. And then what we'll call the Power page. So this is Power Page. So Power Page is like the web page. And we talk of web page, you want to create a web page, a full functioning website. So you use Power Page. I will show you. I'm looking at how I can do this. Okay. Okay. So this is Power Page. We have this is the home page, and you can create a. So it's still loading. So you can create a developer environment for your uh, Power Page here. And then we have what we call the template. So the template is like, okay, what exactly do you have in mind that you want to build? Does this look like what you want to build? Then you can use this template. I mean, Microsoft will always give you a template for anything that you want to do in this life. So, does this look at what you are trying to build in your head? Is it an application processing? Is it a program registration page? Is it an FAQ page? Is it a starter layout page? Is it a schedule and my meeting? Then you can adapt any of this. any of this template for you to work with. And you move to your blank page if you want to create one for yourself. So you choose this template and then you are good. So you create a site. Uh, Let me give this site one. Since we are just playing around Free Classes web page, so I call this Free Classes web page, and then I click done. So you create, yeah, English, then you click done. So your web page is ready and you can start editing. So you remember that we picked a blank page. I mean, you want to create your own bespoke web page. So that's why we the picked the web page. So it's still loading. So I'll be going through the chat again to see if there are questions. Yeah. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Okay, Uchina. So I'm going to go a bit slower now. So those are still loading actually, and like I said, all the sites are very heavy and they take time to load. Yeah, finally. So we have our blank page. As you can see, this is like you create. The interesting thing about this web page is you can also edit your code from VS Code. Yeah, so once you click on this edit code now, it will launch your Visual Studio Code. So you can continue editing your HTML tags, your paragraphs, your bold, your H1 header, your H2 header, everything. You can start editing it in the Visual Studio Code. Let me see. I think I have Visual Studio Code installed. I'm not sure if I have it installed on this laptop. Okay, good. So you can see launched me directly to my Visual Studio Code, which means that you can continue editing your app here. So this is like you actually building your real app, and then you can click on sync. So you had your text, you had your button, you had your image, you had your video, you had your gallery. You put the company name here, and once you are done, you click on the preview. So we use the sync to sync with what you are doing. I mean, to sync with what you are building. So, hi Ajola, what can I help you? And if you remember, I told you that Power Virtual Agent uh, is now embedded into all the Power Platform tools. You will see Copilot inside the Power Apps. You will see Copilot inside Power BI. You will see Copilot even inside Excel. So that's how much Power Virtual Agent has been embedded into all the Microsoft services. And this is Copilot here also on our Power page, which is saying that what can I help you with? What do you really want to do? Just give me, give me an hint, give me a hint, then I will generate it for you. So that is how it was. I think I should even play around that for us on Power Apps. Once we get to Power Apps again, I will show you how to generate an application with Copilot. So setup, you can see styling here. This is styling, we have the views, we have the forms. So when you see something like views and the form, you are talking about data vars already. Yeah, you are talking about it. You can once you see table, once you see table, then you should know that we've moved to something like data sources. And then when you now start seeing views and form, we're talking about data vars already. I mean, you are now talking about data vars proper. So we have the setup, cloud flow, sizer. So all those things are just the package that comes with what is it called? That comes with with Power Page itself. And yeah, so you can pick your color, you can pick the color that suits you. You can see your title, your heading one, your heading two, your heading three, your subheading, your paragraph, your small text, your button link. So everything is it's drag and drop. That's just the word. And then you can also choose your themes. I mean the color. So everything is drag and drop for you. And I need to even show us something. Let me how I actually got into this Power App development. Does anybody know what we call turntable? If you've heard about turntable before, let me see your ears in the chat. If you've heard about what we call turntable before. Oh, Michael said no. Has anybody heard about turntable before? Anyone else? Oh, Monday also said no. Interesting. So let me get more responses and then I move to. Oh, Miriam said no also. And Clement said no. So let me show us turntable. So turntable is a drag and drop platform for kids to learn app development. Turntable. Yes, so this turntable. So it's a drag and drop platform for kids to learn app development. So once you created your account before, oh, just said never. So it's even a platform for kids. So this is turntable. You can build an app with this turntable and even deploy it on Google Play Store. It's as interesting as that. And how do I get to know about turntable? There is one of the programs we run at DSN is called Macro Tutor, where we introduce kids to coding, and a school reach out that uh, they are competing in a project, in a competition basically. They are competing in a competition and they would like their school to participate and they are looking for an app to build. Yeah. So we introduced Turntable to them and this is how Turntable looks like. So these are sample project, but let me see my own project. Yeah. So the school built an application called an orphan's vision. So even for me, I do call Power Apps. I do call Power Apps an adult turntable. I mean, I myself I do refer Power Apps as how do I put it now? Like an adult turntable because turntable has everything that Power Apps have. Everything. So this is something you can introduce to your children, your siblings at home for them to get started with turntable. But they will need the knowledge of what we call scratch programming. Yeah, and another interesting thing about Scratch programming is like Python programming for the adults. Scratch programming is the one for kids. It's also a drag and drop platform. Like I told you, we have a different segment in our community, and we introduce these things to kids and things in the community. And if time permits, I can also show. I think many people will know Scratch programming. Scratch programming is not a new platform. Well, I believe many people will know Scratch. So let me just play this particular app so that you can see the workflow. Where is my web preview? Yeah. So once you click on your web preview, welcome to the app, and then you click on continue. So this is about the app. And once you click on the app, you continue. You can continue as either an orphanage or a donor. So once you click on this, then you can sign up. So the interesting thing about this particular app is that we link it to what we call Firebase for authentication. So there's what we call Firebase for authentication. What we're talking about when we're talking about authentication, we're talking about you authenticating whether your mail address that you use to register on the app is actually correct with what you are trying to use to log in on the app. I mean, by the time you are signing up on an app, you are inputting an email details. So by the time you want to sign in as a user, it will authenticate, oh, is this the same mail address that you are actually using? So by the time you are done doing all the blah, 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 let me see. Let me just do quick input. I just hope this works. It's been a long I've visited this app. So let me pick this. Just put this, and then by the time you come to, so once you click on submit, oh, it will not have previewed this out. Let me go back to login. I just hope I remember one of my login details. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, the password is invalid. Can you say the password is invalid? So Firebase is actually rejecting my, I can't remember the password again. Actually, 1, 2, 3. Yes, I mean, so can you see? So that's how it works. So that's Firebase actually. I will also show us Firebase. So Firebase is actually a real platform that people use to authenticate, even an app. So if you're what is it called? By the time you are trying to sign in and it's not working, so this is like the whole process. So you can continue on there by making a donation. Do you want to donate a book? Do you want to? So you put your mail address and then you pick what you want to donate. So you pick what you want to donate. Let me see. So you pick what you want to donate. This is meant to take us to the next page. The app is actually hold already. So I think some of the features are no more working. So sponsor a child. You can also pick an orphanage house to sponsor. And then you also have an adopt a child. And then you can submit to if you so you book an adopt like you book a meeting to adopt a child. So this is the last part of the app. This is the last page where you get to do your rating. Thank you for your time. We love you and hope to see. So this is an app that we created for the school, and yeah, unfortunately, there are some apps that others built. You can say, do you want to log out? So if you click no, yes. So if you click no, and if you click yes, then it brings you here. If you click continue again, it goes on like that. So this is the back end. I mean the engine part of the app. It with Scratch programming. How many of us know Scratch programming here? So it will Scratch programming. You can see when last page opens, call alert, last page, image, everything is linked. We have the rating, we have the time queue page, we have everything is actually linked. Everything is linked. Oh, Asham does not know Scratch programming. Let me quickly open Scratch programming, then I can close this chapter of Turntable. So basically, what I'm just trying to say is Turntable, PowerApps is an advanced Turntable, and this Turntable is even what we use for kids and things. I mean, starting from age 5 to age 12, yeah, you can introduce them to Turntable. Even age 15, age 16, you build cool stuff. These are your buttons, which is the user interface, the button, the label, the text input, the image, the text input, the group, the layout, the data, a simple list, the data viewer list, the data grid viewer, the switch, the slider, the checkbox, the thing. By the time we are done with Power Apps, I think we will still come back to this talking so that you can actually see the correlation between the two. And then we also have what we call this the tree view on Power Apps. We call this the tree view, where you get to see your sections by sections in the app, the front page, everything that is in the front page, the about page, you see everything there. So, like I said, it uses Scratch programming as the backend, and then it also uses its own data sources. You can link your data sources with an Excel sheet, and then this is what we call, these are where all the maybe images that you are adding, they drop, and you have the settings. So this is Talkable. And so let me quickly show us Firebase. I'm introducing us to a lot of things, but you should know that our end goal is to end on Power Apps. I'm trying to lay us lay the foundation for us for Power Apps. So this is Firebase. We use Firebase for authentication. I mean, if you want to authenticate your mail, let me see Firebase. Okay, yeah. So Firebase is even interesting. So they've even upgraded Firebase. I mean, look at it. I can see make you have the best it can be with Firebase and generative AI. So they've even embedded generative AI into Firebase, which makes it like really, really nice. Really, really nice. Really, really nice. It's been a while I came here. It's been a while. Yeah, so you can see these are projects that I've done before on Firebase. So this is where let me see. I don't want to take us through this. Let me click this one. I want to show, yeah, I want to show you the different authentications that you can do with Firebase, basically. That's what I want to show us. Set up sign-in method. Can you see the email and password, the Google? So this Google is like when you are signing in, and then it brings your Gmail, it brings a list of your Gmail's addresses and which one do you want to use. So you can pick this Google. Or do you want to sign in with Facebook? Do you want to sign in with Play Game? Do you want to sign in with Apple? Do you want to sign in with phone? So those are different authentication type that you can use for your app. So the one that I used for this orphanage house is this orphans vision app is the email password. And then there's another app that we also built. Like I said, we're going to come back to this tongue cable. It's not our focus for today. It's just to lay it's just to lay the foundation for us for Power Apps. And I said I will introduce us to Scratch programming. So yeah, this is 1220 to still have like, so let me quickly show us Scratch programming. So Scratch is for it's for kids and teens also, like I said. It's for kids and teens where they just do their drag and drop. And I will show us interesting things about Scratch now. So yeah, so welcome to Scratch. Welcome to Scratch. So we have the motion where you just drag your button and then your card starts moving. But the interesting thing, like I said, that please confirm you can still hear me loud and clear and you are with me. So Blessed said, I will pay for this platform. No, so Scratch is even free. Tonkable is also free. But these are platform for kids and things. Thank you so much, Oluwatomini. Thank you, Abubakar. Yeah. So you are with me and you can hear me clearly. So Scratch and Tonkable are actually free platform for kids and things. I'm just trying to show you the synergy between, show you the connection of what we're doing now with all these kids platform also. They are drag and drop. I mean, the world is now tending to drag and drop. You don't need to be coding everything again. I mean, building your mobile application from HTML, then you move to JavaScript, then you move to Flutter. Then no, the world is now evolving into drag and drop platform. Even for your machine learning and data science with Python that we're doing, it's just for us to actually have the knowledge. There is a platform called BigML. There's a platform called BigML that you can use to generate your, just like we have the Microsoft Azure. We also have the BigML that you can use to generate your model, generate your algorithm, and then get your predictions in 5 or 10 minutes. So we have the sound, we have the loops, yeah, we have the control. This is the control. We have the if then and we have the if then else. This is what we call the conditional statement in Python programming. If you remember, there's something we talked about the if else, and then the elif. So this is the conditional statement in Python programming for the kids also. We have what we call the operators, just like we learned the mathematical operators, the conditional operators, and then the logical operators. The logical operators are the and, or, and the not. And then the conditional operators are the greater than, lesser than, or. And then we have our string concatenation here, the join apple, we have our indexing, the letter of, we have the apple contains. All these are also on this Kit platform. And then we have what we call the variables. If you remember our variable that we use to store value, A is equal to 2, B is equal to 3, C is equal to A plus B, print A or print C. So this is also variable that we use to do something like maybe setting scores. You just see the score reading at the top right corner here. I wish I'll be able to play some. Let me see if I'll be able to play some of the project that I have on here. So we have the operator, we have the variable, and then we have the my blocks. So the my blocks, under the my blocks, we have what we call the make a block. So make a block is like a Python function. If you don't want to keep repeating the same code, then you create a make block. So I'm just introducing this scratch to us just for us to be able to see that the word is now moving into the drag and drop, and it starts from even from the kit category. So they can play around with scratch, then move to turntable. Yeah, there's a lot they can do with the AI has even been embedded into Scratch programming. If you click on this extension button at the bottom left corner here, you will see video sensing. This is like computer vision. We have the text to speech, which is like the natural language processing. We have the translate, which is also natural language processing. Then we have the making and the microbit, the Lego mind, which are robotics. Yeah, which are robotics, Lego. So they've embedded AI just for the kids to also enjoy AI and all. Yeah, so I will close this, then I will close my Visual Studio, then I will close what other stuff. Okay, yeah. So I will come back to Power Apps now to show us inside what an application looks like. Let me see which one we can start with. There's a calculator I built 4 months ago. Let me see how it looks like. I can't even remember what it looks like, but I'll just open it now so we can see it together. So while this is loading, let me go through my chat if I have any question. Okay, so somebody's asking for attendance link. Okay, the help for machine learning and data science for kids. That's Scratch programming. Scratch. So just go on Google, search for Scratch, then you open it, you can sign up, sign in, or you can even download the version. You can download. So for Scratch, you have the offline editor and the online editor. Online editor is that you go online, then you will use your internet to keep playing around with it. Yeah, that's what online editor means. Well, okay, so my Power Apps is finally here. Yeah, so okay, this is the calculator. But I'm not even sure if this calculator is working because I can't even remember how I got here. I mean, I can't remember why I was doing while trying to create this app, but let me see. The reason why I said it won't work is because I don't have a display button here. But let me see this. Let me see my equals to my plus. Okay, number one plus number two. Okay, let's play around this. Let me launch it first. Let me see if anything will happen. If I put 5 here, I can't remember what I was doing while trying to create this. Oh, so I have an answer. Okay, that means I can use this app 10. So let me do 5 minus 10 minus 5. Okay, 0.5 and then 50. Good. So I can't even remember this application again. Can't even remember it. Yeah, so but this is a simple calculator. That's a simple calculator. And I've even closed my song cable. I think I created simple calculator also on song cable. I will see again. So welcome to Power Apps. This is Power Apps interface. I mean, if you've been hearing about Power Apps, this is actually the Power Apps interface. And I think for the sake of this class, I need to also open this talking back so that I can show you the correlation that I've been talking about. So let me just open my talking back. Let me open my talking back in a minute. Yeah. Good. So can you see I created this calculator before? I just hope it's functioning. Good. Good. This is perfect. So we'll be switching between the turntable for the kit platform and then the power apps for the adult. So those are two calculators. Those are what we call, you can see what we call the tree view. The tree view allows you to be able to see your application end to end. I mean, end to end. This is a label. Once you click on something in the tree view, you will see it on your screen here. So this is a label that is showing me the answer. And tomorrow, is it tomorrow or Wednesday? We are going to be talking about formulas because even for Power Apps, you have to write simple formulas. Very, very simple formulas actually, just simple formulas for you to be able to move around. So you can see inside here, this is what we call the formula bar. This is what we call the formula bar. So result value is what is giving us the result. This box that I have here, this is the test input. You can see the test input. Once I click on the test input, this is showing me, okay, it's showing the output. The second test input also is showing the output. Let me take out the values. Let me take out the values. Okay, yeah, so there's still nothing there. So this is a button for the addition. Update context result value num1 plus num2. Update context result value num1 minus num2. This is num1. This is num2. So this is for the multiplication. This is for the division. And then reset is like what will reset the whole field once it is done. So once I click on this reset, it will reset everything back to zero. So these are what we call the tree view. And then under tree view, you have what we call the screen and the components. So the screen, this is screen one. And then we have what we call the label, the button, the buttons. These are the buttons. So for you to add any other thing, all you need to do is to come here to this upper part. Then you click insert. You can see the text label, the edit form, the text input, the vertical gallery. You have everything. I mean, everything that you need, you have it on this Power Apps. As you have all the component. If you click on this input, you will see a lot of input that you can use. Is it a button? Is it a text input? Is it a pair input? Is it a drop down? Is it a combo box? Is it a date picker? Is it a list box? Radio, different things. And we're going to be using some of these things so that we can just play around with as many features as possible. Then you have the display, you have the layout, the vertical gallery, the horizontal gallery, the blank gallery, and then we have the media, our image, camera, barcode, video, different things that you can actually embed into your Power Apps. We have icons. We have icons, and then we have just keep going on like that. Different things. You can see mail, people, person, phone book, shop, tablet. It keeps going on like that. We have shapes and then so that's just that. And then this is the tree view. And let me show you the tree view on Turntable now. This is also the tree view on Turntable. The continue, once you click on continue, you will see this is the button continue. The label one, the image, the next button. So like I said earlier, the turntable is just the Power Apps is an advanced turntable. One is for the kids while one is for the adults. So we have what we call the data. I'm coming now. Okay. This is just like a plus button too. If you click here now, this goes out. But if you want to bring it back, you click on this plus. Then this is the data source. You can see that this is similar to if you want to add data now, all you need to do is just to add data. Then it launches your, oh, how do you want to get your data? Do you want to create a table or do you want to pick it from a SharePoint? Once you put SharePoint inside the box, it will to show you SharePoint. We have Excel, we have OneDrive, different ways. We have OneDrive, different ways to get your data, different ways. Then you add the data. And then for our turntable also, we have the data here. You can also add, and see, create new. These are different ways to get your data. It also uses a table. We have a table, we have Google Sheet, and we have Webflow. This is for the Kit platform. So coming back to Power Apps, and so we have the media, and then we have what we call the automation. What is the automation? So you can create a flow direct. So if I want to create a flow for this particular app now, you can generate the flow from here. I'll just click on this create new flow, and then it will launch me to Power Automate. And that even reminds me, we've not even talked about Power Automate. So it's what we are going to be saying that we'll be discussing last, and then we'll call it a day. So you can create your flow from here. So let me close this. And then we'll have formulas. Formulas, like I told you, we're going to be talking about formulas on Wednesday. We'll discuss extensively on formulas because there are a lot of formulas on Power Apps. And they are not hard formulas actually. They are just formulas for you to be able to do quick things. Quick things. So we have the name formula, we have the context, we have the collections and all. And then we have advanced tools, we have the search, then we have this settings, and then we have So we have settings for if you want to change display. So you can change the display of your app. And then there's one funny thing. Okay, so this is chatbot. So this is chatbot. Ask a virtual agent. Yeah, so this is a chatbot. And yeah, so this is a chatbot. So you can view your app. I mean, you can actually have a feel of how your app will look like. This is an Apple iPad. You can see Apple iPad 2020, Apple iPad Pro, Samsung Galaxy Tab, and then we have Samsung Galaxy. So you can actually see how your app will look like by the time you launch it on your phone. Because you can actually use all these apps, all this power apps, you can also use it on your phone. Yeah. And we have what we call the phone format and the tablet format. We're going to, by the time we start creating our app tomorrow, we're going to talk about the phone and the tablet. That's tomorrow. So you can pick so this app will not it won't work with it won't it's actually tilting. It's tilting in the sense that it's tilting. I mean it's bending. For the Apple, this let me show you. Let me see if I have an app that I can show for you in phone format. So this is the redo, this is the undo button. Yeah, the undo and the redo button. This is our back button. This is copy. This is copy. This is paste. We have the copy paste. We have the insert where you get to add features, and then we have the add data where you can add your data. We have the new screen which you can use to add a screen, different type of screen. We have the themes which you can use to select which theme works for you. I mean the color. And then we have the background color. You can change the background color of your app. And then these are other things, the settings of the app version history. So you can also see app version history. I mean, you can see the different version of what you've been doing before, and you can even restore an old version of the app you are working on. Yeah, you can restore an old version. So this is the editing. This is how to share. So if I click on this now, it means I want to share this app. Let me just go back. Yeah. So if you want to share, you just click this. So this is App Checker. What App Checker does is if you are writing something now and there's an error, let's do. Okay, let me remove this. Can you see this last comma thing? Once I remove it now, I'm going to be getting an error. Can you see the red signal here? Let me say, please present only. Okay, so there are no questions in the chat. It means everybody is following. So you can see this red thing here. And then once the red thing appears here, then it will also appear here. So this is what we call app checker. Once you click it, it's going to tell you that there's a particular error happening somewhere. Can you see expected operator? So it's telling you that at button 5, there's an error. At button 5, there's an error. At button 5, there's an error. You need to fix it. Until you fix it, the writing will not go. So all I need to do is to add my semicolon back and then we are good. And then this is the save button. So because of how Power Apps works, I mean it's very heavy on internet. If your internet is not strong, your Power Apps may not even load. So you need to keep saving your work at intervals. I mean, just like I've made changes now, I need to save this quickly so that I don't lose this particular work. And then to publish, you can publish your app. I mean, when you are done with everything, you click on this and publish it. So we also have this for your pick font, pick different fonts, pick the font size, pick is it bold, is it normal, is it lighter. We're going to be playing with all this. We're going to be playing with all this soon. So this is what we call the user interface of the app. And when you click on this, this is a text input feed. At the right side, you will see where you can edit the properties. The format, is it number? So you get to see, oh, is it number or is it text? You can also put a int text. This is the font. Different things that you can play are just like you are editing your field. So it goes on like that. And then for button, you also have different things like this. So those are where we call the property field. And coming back to this app, the one for the kids also, so that it doesn't look like we've ignored it. So if I go on the preview now, web preview, I click on my continue. Wow. Tells me about the app. I sign up. Okay, so I think I can sign in next and then sign in. Oh my God, I just hope I still remember the username to this app. I just hope I remember. 50, 51. Oh, good, you added an input. Oh, this is even registration. Look at me. Let me move to activity page. Yeah. So this is activity page. So if I put 5 here and then I put 20 here, get my answer. So this is multiplication. So the way this one works is that um I get to change what is happening inside here from the back end. If I go to the back end, which I said I use with what is it called? Scratch programming. So I can change this to plus now. Once I change this to plus and then I do the preview again, then what will be happening here will be plus 5 and 3 will give me 8 now. To give me 8. But there's a way you can actually make sure that you have all the operators also on this same page and make it like a proper calculator. But like I said, this is just a platform for kids. And yeah, so that's just that about that. And yeah, so on this right side also, you have the property page. I mean, if you click on this thing, you get to edit the hint, the text, the font. So when I started with this particular turntable, I did not find Power Apps very hard again. Because what I was doing with this turntable, it's just like I'm now repeating it on Power Apps. But the only thing is that in Power Apps, you write some simple formulas. You write some simple formulas. For instance, if you want to move from one page to another, you need to use your navigate formula. And so I think I can move away from this particular app now and show us another app that is more functioning in the sense that it has more features. Let me see. Yeah. Let me show us around this. So if you have any question, you can always drop it in the chat so I can quickly pick it up. So from tomorrow, we'll start creating our app. Today is just for the introductions. Yeah, so this is an app created for a boutique. Yeah, I mean a boutique, a boutique firm. So if I put this on a what is it called now? A tablet view, Samsung Galaxy Tab. You can see it becomes very big, so you get to see what is happening. Um, so I integrated a chatbot to it. Um, do I even remember to prompt some of this? Let me see. Hello. So I integrated a chatbot to it. How can I help you today? Let me see if I can expand this so that we can see. Yeah, we want to make an order. So I integrated a chatbot to it. I want to make an order. Okay, yeah, we would like to know more about the choice of your footwear. So it's actually an like I said, it's a boutique app for buying footwear. So I integrated a chatbot at the back end. So once you pick sneakers, thank you for telling us your choice. Please click on. So this particular one tells you about what you will be doing on the app. I mean, or what you how to go about navigating the app. Please click on continue, which is this, to proceed to the home page. Start by your choice of footwear, add to the cart and check out to see your order total. Let me see if I can zoom out again. Okay, I can't. Click on place order and submit. Proceed to make payment. Good. So I can say good. Thank you. You're welcome. So this is the chatbot that I integrated into the app. And then if I click on continue, so it brings me here. And yeah, so I need to do this. So this brings all the stuff that I have on the boutique app. So it shows. So I can filter by oh I've zoomed really out. Okay, yeah. So I can filter by color. Yeah. So everything that is black comes out. I can filter by let me filter by green. And then let me filter by white. Let me filter with a red. So I can filter here. So filtering is a feature that I applied on this app. And then I can now proceed to make my order. This is what we call a slider, which you can use for I use it for the quantity. So if I click this, this is one quantity. If I do this now, success added to the cart, continue shopping, it adds here, add another one, it adds to the cart. It's just like Jumia. So let me filter by black so that I don't pick just red. So I can pick a classic Oxford, pick two of these. And once I'm done shopping, I click on checkout. So after clicking on checkout, you will see all the product that you've selected. So these are the product I've selected. So even from here, if I don't like a product again, I can delete. I can delete, and then the details of the product fills into these fields. You can see this field. This is the title, the name of the app, the name of the shoe. This is the order date. You can see this is today's date. So I make sure that this is like showing today in the formula that I wrote. It is going to be like today, and then the number, the amount of the shoe. You can see 100. The quantity that I picked is 2, and then I get to put my phone number here and my full name, and then I submit my order. So yeah, I submit my order. So once I submit my order, these details goes into the SharePoint. It goes into the SharePoint actually. So let me see what other things. Yeah, I think that is all for the app. Let me show you the SharePoint. Okay, I've deleted this particular SharePoint site. So you can also delete your SharePoint site actually. If you are not using the SharePoint site again, you can delete it. So this is the SharePoint for this particular app, and I will show you what I just made an order for. Can you see this last part? The classic Oxford. Today is 29/7, $100. Quantity is 2. This is my phone number, and the name of the person I repeated is Ben. So whatever I filled on the app comes into the SharePoint here. And if you remember, I showed us a Power BI report and then a dashboard. I generated the report directly from this particular SharePoint. I exported it straight up to Power BI. Once you click on export to Power BI like this, it will generate it automatically into Power BI. So I'm not going into that. Probably in one of our classes we will do that. Yeah, so it brings you here and then just keep clicking continue, 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 continue till you are done generating it. So those are the details that I have filled into this app. And yeah, so that's the app. Um, so let me just show you around some of the formulas. Like I said, for this app, I integrated a chatbot. And if you see this chatbot, let me see, where's the chatbot again? So under connectors, yeah, this is media, this is no, this is X, this is mm, okay. So I also applied an output. So different things. I added many things to this stuff. Yeah, this is the chatbot. This is the chatbot that I added. This is details of the chatbot. You can see this is the chatbot. So the chatbot, I just imputed some details at the back end. I mean, everything is at the back end. There's also what we call the Power Virtual Agent actually. There's what we call Power Virtual Agent. So this same okay, I said I'll be showing us some of the formula. So this is continue now. You will see navigate screen. Let me come back to the tree view. So for this, you will see that I move from one screen to another. I have screen 1, screen 2, screen 3 with all the features in there. All the features. So this now, if I click on it, it navigates me to screen 1. And that's why you can see screen 1 here. So if I come here now, and then I click this button, you will see my slider, you will see my filtering, filter by color. And if I click on this gallery, you will see the formula that is actually helping me to filter. Filter the data source, start with color, then the text input is this box. So, well, like I said, we're going to be talking about formulas on Wednesday. We're going to be talking about formulas on Wednesday. So there's no need to over talk about formulas for now. There are a lot of formulas for us to um to learn, yeah, to learn. But they are not hard formulas, like I said, they are not hard formulas at all. So quickly, so that is an introduction to Power Apps now. We are now familiar with all the features here and the components. So the same thing, I replicated it with Power Page. I created a Power Page. Like I told you, all those things are actually related. I just generated the link from the Power App and then link it to Power Page, such that the same thing that I can do in my Power Apps, I can come to this website also to do it. Same thing. I click on, let me engage my chatbot again. Hello, hello, how can I help you today? I want to make an order. So I pick flat this time. So it tells me about the app. I think I have another question like, can I talk to a customer support? Yes. Can I talk to a customer support? So it will give me the details of a customer support. Please reach out to being at customer support on this line. So this is my phone number. So that is it. So one, I can also restart the conversation. Can also restart the conversation, and then I click on continue. Filter by the color, just like I did the other time. Same thing is happening on the Power Page, which is now like the website. And then I put my phone number, and then this time I can say, maybe Sarah is the one making the order. The amount is 30, today's date, or let me even put tomorrow, and then I submit my order. So this submitted order goes into my SharePoint. Once I refresh my SharePoint now, the details appear here. Can you say casual loafers, tomorrow's date, which I intentionally imputed, the amount is $30, one, Sarah's phone number, and then this Sarah. And then you can, let's assume you are working with this company now. Once you are done, once people made their order, you can just be generating the report at the back end there. Then share it with the stakeholder that this is what happened today. I mean, this is actually uh the interesting part of Power Apps or Power Platform or what they are actually linked from the website. You can come to your SharePoint. From your SharePoint, you can go to your Power BI. It's that interesting. That's interesting. And then so this is the page, sign in, contact us. They are actually responsive. I mean, very responsive. So you just need to build your way around your Power pages. Build your way around your Power pages. And then the last one, so I can close my Power Apps now, and then I can close my SharePoint because this is 1 p.m. and we're rounding up already. So I can close my turntable or so, and then I can close my Power Page. So I can still close my Power Page, and then I can close my Power BI. We've talked about all this now. So the last one I'll be showing us is the automate itself. So for you to get to the automate, you click on, you just search for flow, Microsoft.com. It brings you to your Power Automate. So, like I said, Power Automate is like the back end of the whole thing. It's like the engine where you get to see different automations get done. So once you want to create, you click on create. You have the automated cloud flow, the instant cloud flow, the scheduled cloud flow. So automated cloud flow is I don't want to be clicking on anything. I want it to be automated by itself. The instant cloud flow is that I want it to be triggered by something I do as needed. You can see as needed. This one is by designated event, which means that you don't have you have a silver event. I mean, you will create the event, but you can't have any say once you are done. But trigger manually as needed means that I want to be able to trigger something to be able to do it. And then we have scheduled flow for you choosing when and how often it runs. So those are the different flows. These are different automations that you can do. And they all function in different ways, just like I've mentioned. And one is for you don't want to be disturbing yourself. One is that I want to click maybe a button before it works. And then another one is I want to choose when and how. So that's a scheduled flow. So you need to be able to know, okay, when exactly do I use this? When exactly do I use this? And so these are different automations that you can use. Forward emails to a channel, create a planner, notify a team, analyze emails that's coming to your inbox, summarize emails using GPT, schedule a recurring message, forward emails to a chat, different things. Different things. Emails. If you click on email, you get to see everything, a lot of things that you can do with email. Save Outlook email as attachment to your OneDrive. This will just be saving all mails that comes into your inbox into OneDrive for you without you doing it. Notify me when an email. Different things. Like I said, Microsoft has created everything that you need as a business owner or as an individual to make your life easy for you. And that's what we call automation. So for the notification part, different things, different automate that the templates are already there. Can you see this one? Email yourself new tweet about a certain keyword. So let's assume now that everybody is talking about protests that will be happening very soon now. So you want to be getting an update about the protests that will be happening soon. You can create this particular automation and then you link your Twitter account to it such that once anything about protest is talked about, it comes into your mail. Or maybe you want to apply for a particular scholarship and then you just put that particular keyword in it, link your Twitter to your email. Once that particular tweet is talked about on Twitter, it will drop in your mail automatically. Get daily reminders in email, send myself reminder every 10 minutes. So some people will be like, oh, I forget things very quickly. No, that should not be happening actually. You can create a reminder for yourself and Automate will just be generating the reminder for you. There's actually something that I worked on, which is like a reminder also, a task reminder. Maybe it's something we can even work on Thursday. I will see. Yeah, it would be nice to actually do that. So, like I said, that Copilot is actually embedded into all those things. Uh, Let me say, search a template. So, create a template. So, this is template itself. Yeah. So, once you click on template, you get to see different ones: button, video, data collection, email, calendar, mobile. Different templates are already here for you to just play around with. All you need to do, okay, I want to use this one. I want to use this one. Click it, and then you now start editing to fit into your purpose. You can now put your Microsoft form, you can put your SharePoint list, you can put everything. So you connect everything to your mail, the SharePoint connected. Now I can click on continue to start using this particular automate. I mean, it's that easy. It's that easy to use. Everything is linked. Your Microsoft form, which is actually a tool, I mean a service on apps Microsoft here, it's linked here now. Your SharePoint is also linked here. So we have solutions for what you've worked on before. And then we have my flow. So like I said, this Power Platform tools takes time to load. They take time to load sometimes. So you need every internet to work on them sometimes. So those are for Microsoft Dynamics. So my flows shows you what you've worked on before. I mean, all the flows that you've generated before, you get to see them here. 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 So we also have what we call approval. So approval is like maybe you want to send, okay, as an executive director in the company, you can create an approval automation such that when a junior staff can always request for an approval before that particular task gets done. Okay, just like this app that I showed you for this boutique app. So as a manager, let's assume you want to get more into the inventory. You can send a mail that will now send an approval to the executive director that should I get more? We are running out of stock for this. Can I get more? So you can create an approval also that once the once the director click yes, please the approval, then it comes back to you as a responsible that okay, you can go ahead. So everything is made very easy for you to work on. So that will be all for today. That will be all for today. That will be all for today. I will be taking questions now. I'll be quickly running through the chat to see if I have any questions. So if there's any question you have, you can drop them in the chat. You can drop them in the chat. So this recording of this session will be available on the TSN YouTube channel once we're done with this session. I mean, immediately, I end the session, the record will be available on our YouTube channel. So I'll be going through the chat now. I don't have the power. Please help. Thanks. I use the link. Others are there, but not Power Hub. So there are different licenses. There are different licenses for Microsoft. No, I'm not sure Power Apps cannot be used offline. So for you to see Power Apps, it's actually not that far-fetched at all. All you need to do by the time you click on your apps and then you come here, you will see the Power Apps. So if it's not there, it means it's not there. But if it's Microsoft 365, then it is supposed to be there. And another thing you can do is to reach out to the Microsoft support themselves. Let me see. I think I used to have one direct mail that they do respond to. Uh, I can't see. So if you are using Microsoft Office 365 and you have everything but no Power Apps, then you can always do the Microsoft support email, and then they'll provide you the response why you can't see Power Apps. So I will try and look for the mail address. I will try and look for the mail address and put it on the Telegram group. Okay, so Destiny AI is also facing the same issue. I will get back to everyone with a mail address that you can send a mail to know why it's not showing. I mean, once you click on your apps, it's actually supposed to show. And the interesting thing is, Microsoft has they have a very vast community. I mean, very, very vast community. If you go on, let me even show you. Just go on Google like this and type, I can't see Power Apps on my Microsoft Office 365. You will see that you are not the only one facing that particular issue. I mean, you will see it that somebody is also facing that particular issue. And this is what we call a vast community. So you can say this Power Platform community. So just click on the first link or the second link that you see. Oh, come, let me see. Let's see. Cannot find. Look at this one now. Yeah. So look at this particular link. All users have Office 365, but I can't find something like Power App. So another thing you can also do is look for the date that this particular thing is posted. It will also help you because Microsoft updates their stuff like almost every time. So you will see a lot of responses that people have also people provide answers. I mean, one thing about Microsoft is even if you provide answers, it actually reaches a point for you. I mean, as a Microsoft user, yeah, there's something like that. It reaches a point for you. If you give responses to people to help them solve their problem, Microsoft will recognize you with a badge. And it has happened to me before. I've gotten a badge for I think answering 5 questions or so. So, like I said, I'm going to get the support that we cannot reach out to. But I'm very sure that this is not a unique, it's not a unique problem happening to you. So I'll get back to everyone on that why you're not seeing Power Apps. So I'm going through the chat to see other questions. So this is one thing. We need to end this session by 1:15. Um, so Microsoft Power cannot be used offline. Apwene. Thank you so much, Asham, for your kind word. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I promise you that this is going to be an exciting because this particular section is not even for, oh, I'm a data analyst or I'm a data scientist. We carefully selected this cohort so that even ordinary business person, I mean, you own a small shop or something, can actually participate and make sure that you are enjoying Microsoft to the fullest. You enjoy there are a lot of things. We have a very vast community, and there's a need for us to actually automate many things. I mean, look at this training. We're serving a lot of people, so there's a need for us to automate a lot. And this is how it comes handy. Starting up a conversation, is it possible to be in a drop down menu where one gets, yes, definitely. There are lots. Monday after that's correct. There are a lot of drop down that you can create. We're going to be building some apps, like I said. what kind of spec can I use to run all this power fastly? So if you have 8 gig RAM and 256 gig memory space, you are good. You are good. Yes, Intel Pentium is slow. You need an 8 gig RAM. You need an 8 gig RAM. 8 gig RAM works fine. I saw the Power Automate instead of Power App. So, like I said, that when I will get the mail support that we can reach out to, and then they will fix it. Just know that whatever you are facing as regards Power Platform, you are not the only one facing it. The issue is Power Platform it has a very vast community. I mean, everybody around the world is using it, and people are always throwing their error. I mean, whatever they are facing, they will always reach out to um the Microsoft team. Please, what kind of spec? Okay, this has been answered. Yeah, so 8 gig RAM. Okay, so Abdulatif is still asking for practice exercise for Azure. So we'll get this to you. So Masha is saying, how can one locate and share our website link to other platform? How can one locate and share? Okay, so the website link, um, there's a part where you will see the share button. Yeah, there's a share button on the Power Pages, and that is it. Everybody will be able to access it. Yes, Lenovo. So you can deploy the app you created. You can deploy it actually. If you remember, I created a communication site and a team site. Team site allows you to work internally within among just few people, but the communication site allows you to play around with a lot of people, many people. Oh, so Enoch has even dropped the support mail for Microsoft. Thank you so much, Enoch. Thank you so much. Yeah. So let us engage this email, and I'll also look into my mail again because I've engaged Microsoft several times. I will also see again. Yeah, but the mail address is not even far fetched. Yeah, please, how do one get this Microsoft 365 for practice? So it's a license. This Microsoft is a license. I mean, Microsoft has a lot of packages. So let me do this. Microsoft license that can allow, or let me show us. Okay, I will drop two links in the because our time is fast spent. Our time is fast spent. Our time is fast spent. So I will drop some links in the chat. I'll drop some links in the chat. Microsoft has licenses that can allow Power Apps. What license do you need to use Power Apps? There's a particular link I saw today. Okay, also, like I said, our time is fast. But let's do it this way. I will drop some of the links. I'll drop some links in the chat, I mean on our Telegram group. And then tomorrow also, before we go into day two, I will do a quick recap on these licenses and then yeah, how to engage Microsoft Mail support. And then what other thing? These licenses that can give you a Microsoft account. So I think it goes for there's a very simple account that you can get. This is Office 365. Yeah, I think I saw a link like that. So thank you so much, everyone. It's been a pleasure having you around. This is 1:15. This session started at exactly 11 o'clock. Thank you for the panoramic view of power, Mr. Bukumi. Thank you so much for your kind words, everyone. Thank you for staying on the call. Thank you for staying on the call. So tomorrow we'll start building our app. Yes, we are creating our first app tomorrow. Creating our first app tomorrow, and I hope to see you in class tomorrow. Thank you so much, everyone, and thank you so much, Chima, for your support in the chat room. You've kept the chat room engaging since this session started. Thank you for your support. Thank you, everyone. Do enjoy the rest of your day. See you tomorrow. Bye.